What's going on YouTube world? Austin Zay back here with another YouTube video, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something near and dear to my heart because I wish I would have known how to do this a very long time ago, and that is going to be showing you how you can literally double your money. Have you ever wondered in times like this, with all the craziness going on in the world and everything happening, how you could just take the money that you have under your mattress, in your bank account, or in your safe and just literally double it? Okay, now I know you're probably like,
Austin, I'd like a lot more than double. I mean, triple or quadruple would be great, but
again, all you're really gonna have to do is take the principles that we talk about today and just multiply it by 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, and you could probably have as much money as you want. Now, these are gonna be very simple, practical tips and tricks on how you can double your money. And again, it's not gonna take a lot of time, it isn't gonna take a lot of energy, and it's definitely not gonna take a lot of thought. So I would just appreciate it if you didn't put any thought into going ahead and just smashing that like button. Many people these days want to create freedom through financial stability so that they can eliminate stress and poor choices and just bad, toxic relationships out of their life entirely. So I'm just going to go ahead and break it down for you. I'm going to give you all the keys that you're going to need to go ahead and live that life. Have that life of financial stability, double your money, and not have to worry about how to do it, okay? You're just going to be able to take the principles that we talk about in the video, jot them down on a piece of paper, smash that like button, and all you have to do is just go make it happen. My mentor told me a long time ago, he said, Austin, he said, in life, what you want to do is you want to figure out a way to work smarter, not harder. And for a really long time, I didn't really understand what he meant. And I just continue to wake up every day and work hard. And I know a lot of people, probably like you, that work really, really hard. Every day they show up and they grind it out. But for whatever crazy reason, they still don't have any financial stability. And if you ask them how to double their money, they'd have no idea how to do it. And did you know that most successful people, most millionaires in America, don't have one stream of income? They have 7 streams of income. Okay, just go ahead and wrap your brain around that. Now, again, I've had people tell me throughout my entire life, Austin, in order to get what somebody else has in life, you got to figure out what they have and do exactly what they did in order to be able to do that. So if you know that most millionaires have 7 streams of income and you currently watching this video only have 1, then I encourage you to stay to the very end because we're going to break down for you how you can live a life of financial stability and financial freedom. Another thing is that in the olden days, okay, a decade, 2 decades, maybe even 3 or 4 decades ago, people thought it took time to make money. And the only problem with that is you can't create any more time. So if it takes time to make money, then, well, in a nutshell, you're pretty much screwed. Now, luckily for you, I know for a fact that it does not take any more time to make any more money, and for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, without any additional time required on your end, you can double your money. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump into it, and the first strategy is pretty dang obvious, but I did save the best till last, so you're gonna have to make sure you stay to the end of the video, and the first strategy is saving more money. And this is one of those ones that you've probably been taught your whole life. Your parents told you a penny saved is a penny earned, and to save more money. As a matter of fact, I think Dave Ramsey is still preaching that a penny saved is a penny earned, which we'll go ahead and talk about that in another video. I'm not entirely sure I agree with that, but yeah, you've been getting taught your entire life by your parents, your teachers, your colleagues, and your friends on how to save money, right? All you got to do is just sit in your house and not do anything, right? You can eat some top ramen, which you can get very cheap, and it's really easy to save money. Essentially, all you have to do to save money is just live a very boring life, right? I mean, that's what we were taught. If you didn't have any fun, then you'll save more money. And I'm not entirely sure if I agree with that either. Everybody has habits and everybody has routines, but what if you really took a step back and looked at your habits and your routines a little bit more closely? What if saving money made you healthier, gave you more time, allowed you more time freedom, and ultimately allowed you to make smarter investments and allowed you to live a better life? Many Americans every single day are buying things that they don't even need with money they don't have to impress people they don't even like. They're going out every night and they're buying food, they're eating out, they're buying coffee on the way to work, and they have a Netflix subscription, a Hulu subscription, a Stars, an HBO, and everything else you could possibly imagine. I encourage you just to take a good, long, hard look at it. Take a look at your bank account, print out your bank statement, and just look at it. How many things in the last 30 days have you bought that totally blow your mind away? And when you look at it, you really didn't need it. In the moment, it just sounded like a great idea. I'll tell you one thing for me personally is that I always fall into the habit of eating out. I get busy and I end up working long hours, and it makes all the sense in the world for me just to stop at a fast food restaurant on the way home as opposed to going home and taking the time out of my day to actually cook my food. And for me, that is a huge money sucker, and I've tried getting a lot better at this. And what I've done is I've actually started to meal prep a lot more, and that has helped me tremendously with saving money. And like I said in the beginning of the video, you don't have to stop eating out entirely. You don't have to have no fun or no friends or no life to save money. You just have to be a little bit more conscious and a little bit more intentional about the decisions that you make. Most Americans eat commercially made meals about 4 times a week, which totally blows my mind, okay? I don't know about you, but for me, it was probably more like 6 or 7 until I looked at my bank account and was like, wait a minute, I gotta cut that out immediately. Now, if you just take 2 of those 4 meals and you eat those at home instead, you'll save on average about $936 a year. Okay, almost $1,000 a year saved by just taking 2 meals a week and eating at home instead of eating out. Now, I'm not even gonna get into it right now, but $1,000 a year saved invested into a compound interest earning account of some sort can, over the long haul, make you a ton of money. But we're just gonna go ahead and jump into the second way you can double your money, and that is having a side hustle. And this ties right in with what we were talking about a little while ago, with the average millionaire in America having 7 streams of income. So if you're watching the video and you only have 1 stream of income, there's 2 things you need to do right now. Number 1, smash that like button, and number 2, go out and get yourself a side hustle. There are so many people out there, especially in today's world with society and the internet and everything going on right now, that have a side hustle, a second stream of income, and it doesn't take away from their primary job. It doesn't take away from their time with their family or their time with their friends. It allows them to create time freedom instead. I know people that use Poshmark and they buy and they resell clothes, and they make a pretty hefty amount of money doing so. There's so many different side hustles available. There are so many other side hustles, like owning a lawn care business, a pool cleaning business, and you got guys like Gary Vaynerchuk talking about going to different garage sales and buying things that people don't even think are valuable and then reselling them on eBay for like $500 to $1,000. A couple of my favorite side hustles are actually YouTube and like Airbnb. Now, Airbnb is a little bit weird right now with everything going on in the world, but hopefully that eventually goes back to normal. But with YouTube, you can sit in the comfort of your own home and make YouTube videos. And you don't need a bunch of fancy things. You don't need a fancy camera or fancy set or anything like that, okay? Again, all you really need at the end of the day is a little bit of knowledge or wisdom in a particular industry, and you need to help other people do something that they don't know how to do. You can even use other platforms to make money these days. I know there's a lot of people on TikTok right now blowing up. Now, we just have to hope and pray that the President of the United States doesn't ban TikTok, as he's already leaned towards the conclusion of doing that, but we'll just see what happens, okay? So for now, you can make money on TikTok. You can also make money on platforms like Instagram. Airbnb still could be a great option for you. Even with everything going on in the world right now, maybe you have a house with an extra bedroom or a separate entrance, or maybe a casita or a guest house, and nobody's really occupying it, or you just have it set up as a game room or a movie room or a theater room. Then all you'd have to do is just avoid that space entirely and rent it out. So in a nutshell, being able to create side hustles that generate a secondary stream of income can be extremely beneficial to you doubling your money by the end of this video, because you have to make a little bit more money in order to double your money. Okay, now we're gonna get into it here in just a minute, but this is very, very important for you to remember and realize. The third way that we're gonna talk about in order to double your money is to make sure that your credit isn't costing you. Most Americans nowadays have some sort of debt. They have credit card debt, they have student loan debt, they have all kinds of different debt, even automobile debt or home debt, right? Maybe you bought a house and you have a mortgage on it, but the reality of it is, a lot of times the debt might be costing you a lot more money than you think it is. The thing that I would really encourage you to do is take a good, long, hard look at the amount of debt that you have and the kind of debt that you have and the interest rate on the debt you have, and determine if that debt is either good debt or bad debt. Because if you have bad debt, that debt can cost you so much freaking money. And for day-to-day credit monitoring, a great application that you can use is Credit Sesame. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I promoted or sponsored by them. I just personally use them, and I think they're great. Another great one is also Credit Karma. These different applications that you can log into will give you a snapshot of your entire credit accounts all in one place. And a lot of times it'll give you personalized saving advice depending on where they think you're spending too much money. Maybe you have a loan, or maybe you have, I don't know, a bunch of credit card debt where you're paying an interest rate that is way too high, and you could do some sort of credit consolidation to actually save a ton of money. Experian, one of the 3 major credit reporting agencies, offers a free CreditWorks basic report updated every 30 days. Look, staying on top of your credit is one of the most important things that I could ever recommend that you do, okay? If you have any interest at all in being financially independent or financially free, knowing that you have good credit and you have good debt, and there is such thing as good debt and bad debt, is extremely, extremely important. Far beyond me even being able to convey it, okay? So if you want to, I've made many videos talking about credit. Just go ahead and click up here somewhere and definitely go check that out if you're interested. Or at the end of the video, just browse through my channel, okay, and go check out some of my different credit card videos. And last but not least, the final way to doubling your money in 2020, okay, is simple investing. That is the 4th way, simple investing. Now you've saved more money, you've made sure that your credit isn't costing you, you've done all these different things, and now it is time to actually invest your money very simply. So many people think investing takes all of this time and energy, and you have to learn about the stock market, or you have to learn about real estate, or you got to learn about a good mutual fund or a good ETF or whatever the case is. And it doesn't have to be that way. Investing can be fun, it can be exciting, and you can definitely double your money. Whether you want to invest in something as simple as like your change into an app like Acorns, or you just want to invest your savings, okay? Or you want to take it to the next level, regardless of what you want to do, we're going to break it down for you. The Acorns app is actually really, really easy to use, and I think they give you like $5 when you actually download, okay? So definitely go check that out. But what it essentially does is it rounds to the nearest dollar anytime you spend any money, and it invests the difference. Aside from the everyday roundups, Acorns actually allows you to invest investments set up on like a reoccurring plan. Another thing it allows you to do is to earn cash back on your everyday shopping, and rewards you for every family or friend that you refer. It sounds pretty amazing to me. Another really phenomenal way to invest is with your savings. At the end of the day, I've made a lot of videos talking about why saving money isn't going to get you wealthy. It isn't going to double your money, because the problem is inflation. And again, I've made other videos on it, so definitely go check those out. But with inflation, having money sitting in a savings account, unless it's just at the bare minimum, your actual emergency fund, is just probably not a good idea. I mean, say you have around $60,000 and you're making on average anywhere from 7 to 8% in a balanced investment portfolio. That will literally earn you an additional almost $5,000 a year just by investing that money and not having it sit in some low interest savings account. Those are really just 2 of a million different ways to invest in 2020. Now, you can go ahead and look into apps like Fundrise, where you can invest in crowdfunding and real estate. You can get on apps like Robinhood or TD Ameritrade, or even different apps like Webull, and you can invest into a good ETF that'll net you a decent amount of money every time they pay out dividends, okay? It really just comes down to what it is that you want to invest in. And I just highly encourage you that you make it fun and you make it exciting, because it doesn't have to be complicated. What you really want to do is you just want to look into different investing strategies that fit your lifestyle needs, okay? You don't want to go out and learn something that doesn't fit your lifestyle. If you work 70 hours a week, the last thing you want to do is go learn an entire another industry. But maybe taking, a half an hour to an hour out of your day to learn a very simple investing strategy is the way to go. After all of these ideas, you should definitely be able to find different ways to go ahead and double your money. Doubling your money doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be boring, okay? It can be a lot of fun, and it is definitely something that basically anybody can do. Whether that is by saving, investing, or starting some sort of side hustle, okay? It can be done by anybody. At the end of the day, it really is just a matter of you doing it, okay? That's all it boils down to, and it's all life really boils down to in general. If you don't do anything after this video, it'll never happen for you. But if you take action and you make it happen, then it can happen in your life, which is another reason that you should just go ahead and take action and just smash that like button, because if you don't do it right now, it isn't ever going to happen. Well, that is all I have for you. Again, I really appreciate you watching the video. My name is Austin Zabak. Definitely stay tuned for more videos. And if you haven't already, check out a couple of the links I have down below. One of them is the Webull link, where if you sign up and invest $100, you could earn up to 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400. Also, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out my new podcast with my business partner and best friend, where we interview unique people all over the world talking about life, business, and money. Definitely go check that out. I'd really appreciate it. And until then, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.